Leah and I are getting interviewed today. I don't really know what it's about, so I'll tell you when I figure it out. I do know that it's NBC though. Hi.
Yeah. So I think in the notes that I saw that they wrote up, I think you guys were.
We just got done being interviewed by NBC.
And they were the nicest people ever.
Yeah, they were great.
I was so nervous. You know, just, it's kind of a scary thing. And they were just totally sweet, totally relaxed, really kind about things. Like, they shot in the apartment, and I'm of course thinking, oh my gosh, I shouldn't clean.
We didn't know that they were gonna shoot in our apartment until like an hour and a half beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So not that our apartment's ever dirty.
Never dirty, no way.
So we quickly cleaned up and everything, and then they came. They had like a massive, like shoulder-mounted camera, huge tripod, lighting rigs,
like crazy lights.
Oh, so cool!
In our apartment. Okay, so I went to school with a really awesome girl named Chelsea Danberg, and she went on to work for NBC, and I went on to move to Korea to teach. And she is what did they say? She's a booking manager. And so she was looking for people who live in Korea who would want to talk about their experiences, and she connected with me. And I really thought it was going to be something small and possibly washed away, like, hey, we're interested in interviewing you, and then a week later hear from her and have her say something like, oh, we decided to go in a different direction. And so I didn't think it was really going to come to anything. Finally, it came to this weekend and the ball started rolling, and then she messaged and said, yeah, Lester Holt's gonna interview you guys on Tuesday. And I didn't know who that was by name. So I was talking with my mom and I said, yeah, Lester Holt is gonna interview us. And then my mom was like, oh, Leah, do you know who that is? And yeah, it's just wild, the connection. So thank you, Chelsea. They asked really great questions that allowed us to talk about Korea in such a positive way, which is what we love doing. So
yeah, it was cool.
It's really cool.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to get a different perspectives on what it's like in Korea. I think the perception of North Korea in the U.S. is much more dangerous. Now, I'm not trying to say they're not dangerous because
obviously people have died.
Yeah, I feel like to say that there's no threat whatsoever is wrong. And like making a joke out of it probably isn't the best thing either, because there really potentially could be a huge threat or crisis or war or something from North Korea. It's hard for us to imagine because living here day to day is so safe. And it doesn't seem like there's a real threat from North Korea.
Right. And
Pretzel's the star of it.
He was the star, weren't you, buddy? He's like, I need to go to my dressing room. Leave me alone. Pretzel, sit. Pretzel, sit. Good boy. Good boy. Go get it. Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you going? It's back to everyday life. No more Lester Holt in our lives. What are we gonna do?
It's not true. It should air tonight for us.
Oh yeah, it should air tonight for us, 7 a.m. this Monday for everyone in the U.S.
Of American military personnel and U.S. civilians, like teachers Steve and Leah Rigby, who live in Seoul. So do the threats from North Korea, do they rattle you, or do you take them with a grain of salt?
I think we've heard the threats so many times, like, oh, it's spring, we're gonna hear another threat that South Korea is gonna be turned into like a fire.
Yeah.
We've heard it before, and nothing's happened before.
Seoul is a modern metropolis of over...
And that was all that they used. I mean, not that we were expecting that much.
Yeah, I mean, 18 seconds, I think it is, that we're there.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal, all right?
They also interviewed someone who escaped from North Korea and U.S. military personnel who are actively, like, preparing for this kind of thing.
So really, we're just so grateful for the opportunity that we had with NBC. Everyone we worked with was so pleasant, so kind, so patient with us, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was really, really fun.
It was a whole bunch of fun.